Today what happened? You were putting this, reverse like this.
Yes.
You put it something like this, for recording. Recording this,
Yes, Guruji.
Last time what happened? My thing was given half. It was showing only half of mine.
Yes,
And the
Guruji,
last
from
thing
here, should I bring a chair and do
put
it?
wherever
I'll bring a chair.
I should be fully available, no?
Yes, Guruji.
See.
I will do it, Guruji.
Okay, we'll start today's program. Welcome. Suswagatam. All together. Vasudevasutam devam Kamsajanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Mukam Karoti Vacharam Pangum Yatkrupātamaham Vande अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु भक्तियोगश्लोकसङ्ग्रहो चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत अम्भो दर्पोऽभिमानश्च क्रोधः पारुष्यमेव च अज्ञानं चाभिजातस्य पार्थसम्पदमासुरीम् दैवी सम्पद्विमोक्षाय निबन्धाय आसुरीमता माशु च सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातोऽसि पाण्डवा नान्तोऽस्ति मम दिव्यानां विभूतीनां परन्तपा एष तोद्देशतः प्रोक्तः विभूतेर्विस्तरो मया श्रीभगवानुवाच यद्यद्विभूतिमत्सत्त्वं श्रीमदूर्जितमेव वा तत्तदेवावगच्छत्वं मम तेजोंशसम्भवम् मय्येव मनाधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः अर्जुन उवाच एवमेतद्यथात्थत्वम् आत्मानं परमेश्वर द्रष्टुमिच्छामि ते रूपम् ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तम श्रीभगवानुवाच न तु मां शक्यसे द्रष्टुम् अनेनैव स्वचक्षुषा दिव्यं ददामि ते चक्षुः पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम् सञ्जय उवाच एवमुक्त्वा ततो राजन् महायोगेश्वरो हरिः दर्शयामास पार्थाय परमं रूपमैश्वरम् अर्जुन उवाच किरीटिनं गदिनं चक्रिणं च तेजोराशिं सर्वतो दीप्तिमन्तम् पश्यामि त्वां दुर्निरीक्षं समन्तात् दीप्ताननार्कद्युतिमप्रमेयम् अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितोऽस्मि दृष्ट्वा भयेन च प्रव्यथितं मनो मे तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपं प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवासा श्रीभगवानुवाच सुदुर्दर्शमिदं रूपं दृष्टवानसि यन्मम देवा अप्यस्य रूपस्य नित्यं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः ब्रह्मभूतप्रसन्नात्मा न शोचति न काङ्क्षति समः सर्वेषु भूतेषु मद्भक्तिं लभते पराम् सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः अन्तकाले च मामेव स्मरन् मुक्त्वा कलेवरम् यः प्रयाति समद्भावं याति नास्त्यत्र संशयः ब्रह्मभुवनाल्लोकाः पुनरावर्तिनोऽर्जुन मामुपेत्य तु कौन्तेय पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम् ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे भक्तियोगश्लोकसङ्ग्रहः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् The 18 verses that we chanted has been summarized in the schematic. In the 18 verses that we have selected, we have the whole spectrum of Bhakti Yoga brought out. The first step is to recognize the Asuri Sampat and Daivi Sampat, good and the bad. That is, the weaknesses and the strength. Every one of us have both, but percentage varies. So in management system, therefore we call it SWOT analysis, strength and weakness analysis. And what are those things which are called as good ones? What are those called as the bad ones? Asuri and Daivi Sampat has been put forth. So there are emotions that we are talking about. The science to gain mastery over the emotions. In contrast to thinking, what are emotions? Emotions are power of thoughts, we can say. There's a close connection between emotions and thinking. They are not two distinct things. There is a commonness. When thinking becomes very, very repeated, they become very powerful. So this has been brought forth in Bhagavad Gita, the unification of thinking and feeling. In this shloka, dhyayato vishayan panchaha, When you go on thinking about a particular topic, an object, or a person, or an incident, go on repeating it again and again. Then the thought becomes very powerful. That is the origin of emotions called attachment. Sangahate Shopajayate. Once the attachment comes, at the beginning of emotions. So from that comes the raga and dvesha, the attraction and repulsion, then the anger, greed, infatuation, arrogance, all these things start coming up in a big way. And you end up with losing your discrimination and you act like an animal. So what we understood is emotions are nothing but our thoughts. So what happens because of emotions? It starts spreading throughout the body. Hitting at the higher centers of the brain, it brings autonomic imbalance, endocrine imbalance, and spreads all over the body. So thinking is limited only to the brain, but emotions spread throughout the body. So the emotions start in the Manomaya Kosha, particularly the Asuri Sampat. By repeated thinking, they become very powerful. So emotions are speeded up thoughts, uncontrolled speed of the thoughts. In Manomaya Kosha starts coming and comes down to the Annamaya Kosha and becomes the disease, Adhija Vyadhi. So to deal with all our challenges now we have today, in modern times, the stresses, the non-communicable diseases, and every challenge that we face today is because of projects and uncontrolled speed of the mind, and that's what we have to deal with. How to gain mastery over the emotions, So, Sigmund Freud said, don't suppress your emotions. Trying to control emotions is wrong because it will lead to suppression. Therefore, what is to be done? A solution is give free vent to emotions. But what was the result? Freedom turned itself into license and started causing all the problems, the hazards of the modern society. What are the societal problems that we have? Student unrest, alcoholism, sex, drug culture, terrorism, family divorces, and social disharmony, and large number of challenges of stress, including the stress hazards and the NCDs, non-communicable diseases, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, irritable bowel syndrome, GI disorders, all these things, including cancer, they all are the result of this suppression and uncontrolled speed of the mind. Why did this happen? When you give free vent, if it was a solution, then it could have solved the problem. No, because the law of the senses tells that when there is a demand of the senses, you try to give it the sense object, the sense demand increases instead of reducing. So giving free vent is something like trying to quench the fire by putting ghee into it. It's going to blast it. So look at the challenge now. If you try to control, it gets suppressed. If you try to give free vent, it again turns itself a license and hazard. What is to be done? This is where Western system or modern psychology did not have a solution. It's here that yoga gives solution in the Bhakti Yoga. That's called sublimation. So, mastery of the emotions is through sublimation of desires. So, what is that which you call as sublimation in contrast to suppressions? Well understood. Sublimation is to slow down. I gave the example of a novice driver and an expert driver. An expert driver looking at the red light, it slows down, comes to a smooth halt. A reckless driver comes fast and then jams the brake in the end. So, difference between suppression and sublimation. So, mastering the emotions in Manomaya Kosha is the art of gaining mastery over the emotions by sublimation. So how to do that? There are two techniques, the intensive techniques and the extensive technique. Intensive techniques essentially is through the and by developing the real love which emerges out of sublimation by slowing down, slowing down. How it is practiced, we have to convert karma, the gross desire, into real friendship, prema. Prema is featured by giving, 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 giving. But a great example of Ganga Das in Bihar, I gave that example again. So, sublimation through intensive technique in bhajans. What do we do in bhajans? No? Every day when you sit in the bhajans, you have to invoke the emotions. How to invoke the emotions? You have to close your eyes and feel what is happening, an inner awareness. By inner awareness, you can see how you are able to invoke the emotions. Then you have to intensify the emotions. How? By repetition. And then diffuse the emotion by silencing. This is the trifold process to gain mastery over the emotions. I give an example as to how in an ancient temple, there is a whole process was beautifully brought out, and within 1 hour of this wonderful thing, we had wonderful growth. So what do we do in our things in the evening every day? We start with the universal prayers. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum mulgayate girim, and all that. Then we go into namavadis. Simple things. Repetition of the nama. Dhuns. When you do that, repeating it again, again, what happens? It gets intensified. So you increase the speed, increase the loudness, and all these things will intensify the emotions. And after that, you calm down by calm things like Nirvana Shatkam or Omkara Japalena. Then go into the silence. This is the whole process as to how you gain mastery over the emotions. So every day in the evening when you participate, you must do this thing. Different bhajans with different musical ragas, will invoke different emotions in the body. And that you have to recognize. And sometimes if there is too much of tamas, you must invoke very strong emotions also. So we had understood the difference between Asuri Sampat and Daivi Sampat, good and the bad emotion. What is the difference? All those emotions which help you to grow to greater and greater heights, to reach moksha itself, that are called as good emotions. Daivi Sampat Vimokshaya. Then what are those things which are called bad emotions? Nibandhaya Asuri Mata. All the things that deteriorate you, bring stresses, tensions, misery, pain, diseases, and intense emotions. You will completely do this and you get lost. These are the bad emotions. Now choose whatever you want. Krishna says, you want to have good emotions or bad emotions? Do that, whatever you want. That's how said. So what is to be done? Choose the good emotion. Every day must share something I told last time. How to bring the bhakti into action in our thing, extensive techniques, is start giving and giving, giving. Something you should give. I hope all of you have started this giving. Food, cloth, cup of water, a leaf, a flower, anything you can give. How many of you have started? Please raise your hand. If not, everyone from today you start giving. Then you are coming there, beautiful flowers have come down. Pick up some, or some leaves. 1 cup of water. Develop this habit of giving, sharing. That's important. Then you start growing. You develop the Daivi Sampat. Then Asari Sampat is going to come now. This is the extensive method. Intensive method is the bhajans that we have. Every day in the evening, you have an opportunity. How you are going to increase, feel the emotions, intensify the emotions, how to diffuse the emotions. That's like when you want to build the muscle strength, what do you do? Take these things and you have a small weight. You take this and do these things. Then you are going to take a bigger weight, do these things. And you go on doing these things. And bigger weight you take, intensifying. Then afterwards, you are going to relax. This is the process by which you build the muscles. Same thing here, emotion. So invoke the emotions by awareness, intensify the emotions by repetition, and diffuse the emotions. And you invoke different emotions. Different emotions to be invoked, intensified, and then relaxed. So this is the technique that we had done. Therefore, every day you must give something. So please make a resolve today that you are going to give something to your friend, to anybody. In various ways you can give. If you are coming, there are a lot of the weeds start come, you have got to remove that and then put it in a box. Or you have plastic things, to put it in the plastic things, make the things clean. Or somebody is coming needing a little help and you push the wheelchair. Somebody wants a cup of water, you give them. Or you can help them in terms of educational service. Like for example, somebody is finding it difficult to understand a particular subject, you help them. Somebody is trying to find it very difficult to sing, you teach them singing. By various ways you can start serving. That is the Tyaga dimension. So Tyaga is very important. That's the essence of the Daivi Sampat, giving and giving. That's the Prema Bhava developed. And when you start doing that, you start growing. So for all your children, there are many parents who have your children. You will develop this habit in the children. Then you will see the children are going to grow more and more. This moves you from selfishness to selflessness. Your selfishness starts coming down by giving. This is the key essence. So selfishness is the one that promotes your asuri sampat more and more. Everything for me, everything for me. And that's the aspect of rajas. That's the aspect of asuri sampat. Cut others, beat others, terrorize others, and do anything. And I want to become a millionaire, a billionaire, a trillionaire. I want to become. I want to rule over the whole world. It's the arrogance. So this is the one that causes the problem. Therefore, we must learn how to give and give. Contribute more and more to the society. Jivane yavat adanam, shat pradanam tadodikam. You must give and give and give. So when you start gaining mastery over this emotion, your prema bhava will increase. You start giving more and more to the people. Whether this is happening, then you are in the path of yoga. So this is the dimension that comes up. So last time we had this little bit singing for these things and develop how it can be done, for this. You spend few minutes for doing this, but once again. Repeat after me. Mukam karoti vacanam Pangum langhayate girim Yat krupatamaham vande Paramanandamadhavam. When you sing, you must feel the emotions that are coming up with awareness inside. Feel throughout the body how these vibrations and this particular raga is going to invoke the different emotions. And on the other side, you keep the picture, which is being put there, and that will also help. That is Rupa and Shabda, both are included in this thing. Akhanda Mandalakaram
Akaram
Yena Characharam
Vyaptam
Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Now look at the beautiful Ganapati and we'll invoke the blessing from Mahaganapati. Mahaganapate Namostute Matanga Mukhahe Namostute We'll have this wonderful sloka related to it. Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye Sarvavighnopashantaye Agajanana Padmarkam Gajananam Maharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. Keep the picture of Ganapati throughout. Mahaganapate Namostute Mahaganapate Namostute Matanga Mukhahe Namostute नमोस्तुते मोदक प्रिय हे नमोस्तुते मूषकवाहन नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते विघ्नविनाशक नमोस्तुते बुद्धिप्रदायक नमोस्तुते सिद्धिप्रदायक नमोस्तुते ओंकारेश्वर नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते महागणपते नमोस्तुते So look at that beautiful picture of Ganpati. Close your eyes and retain that picture of Ganpati and feel the wonderful love and namaskar to Ganpati. Offer our salutation to Ganpati. He is Vigna Vinashaka, that removes all the obstacles in our journey to grow better and better day by day. He brings all the skill needed for us. Intellect, brilliance, memory, calmness, peace, everything is going to be. So we offer our value to Ganapati. In a simple dhun, Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Keep the picture of Sri Rama in your mind and feel the emotions that are emerging. Ram, 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 Ram. Shri Ram, 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 Ram. Shri Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram. Keep the picture of Rama in mind and feel the Rama Bhava, an embodiment of all love, embodiment of all giving. Keep repeating Shri Ram, Ram, Ram in the mind and feel the emotions with a picture of Rama in the mind. And we'll diffuse the emotions now fully. Manobodhyahankara chittani naham. We are not this mind or the buddhi or the chitta or the hankara. No. Nacha shrotra jihve, nacha ghrana netre. Nacha vyoma bhumihi, na tejo na vayuhu. Not even this earth, the entire sky, nor the sun or the wind. For we, Chidanandarupaha Shivoham Shivoham. You are that all pervasive Satchitananda, bliss embodied, full of calmness, peace, all pervasive reality we are. Na cha prana sangno na vai panchavayuhu. Na va saptadhatuhu, na va panchakoshaha. Navakpanipada na chopasthapayo. चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् You are that pure consciousness, infinite, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, infinite power and freedom. Name dvesharago, name lobhamoho, name vaimado naiva matsarya bhavaha. न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् You are the bliss embodied, Chit, Ananda, full you are. Remember again and again, you are that Ananda Swarupa. Na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukkham na mantro na tirtham na veda na yajñaha. Aham bhojanam naiva bhojyan na bhokta Chidanandarupaha Shivoham Shivoham Na mrityurna shanka na me jati bhedaha Pita naiva me naiva mata na janma Na bandhur na mitram gurur naiva shishyaha Chidanandarupaha Shivoham Shivoham Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo Vibhutvacha sarvatra sarvendriyanam Nacha sangatam naiva muktirna meyaham Chidanandarupaha Shivoham Shivoham Chidanandarupaha Shivoham Shivoham, Shivoham. Idanandarupaha Shivoham, Shivoham. Idanandarupaha Shivoham, Shivoham. Tuned to that infinite pure consciousness, the mind, the deep silence. So this is the whole process, the trifold process involved in gaining mastery over the emotions through our intensive technique of bhajans. So every day you have the practice of bhajans. So please adopt this trifold process to gain mastery over the emotions. Then Krishna says, Mayeva manadhatsva Maya buddhim niveshayam Nivasishyasi mayeva Ataburdham na samshayaha. So, here says that you have to grow from our kama to prema. You have seen how by sharing, giving something every day. And you should spread this message of giving and giving to everybody. Through your social media, you send what good thing you did, what did you share on a particular day to your parents, to all your friends and relatives whom you have. So goodness should be spread every day. That is giving. It could be material things, it could be non-material things you can do. From there you go to the next step, which is called bhakti. From prema bhava to bhakti. What characters of bhakti? Is sharanagati bhava. Sharanagati bhava is surrender. And we have to take it to the saranagati. What is this aspect of surrender? See, in Asuri Sampath, the most important, the basic thing is ego, arrogance. So you may be giving and giving, still ego may come. That you want to show off everywhere. I am such a giver, So when you contribute something, you may ask, can you put my name predominantly here? Okay, I'm going to give you what is the cost of this Shruti Mandir. It costs about 5 crores. Okay, I will give you 6 crores. Can you put my big board here? Shruti Mandir is a small thing, but mine, big number should come, big name. My name, my wife's name, my family name, everything contributed by this. Can you put? This is bartering money for name and fame. Even among the big philanthropists, this ego shows up. I gave the example of Birla Mandir. They do wonderful things. They spend crores to build beautiful temples, mandirs. But what is it? Birla Mandir. What is the God inside? Many people don't know, actually. So this is how the dambha can start coming up even in the big philanthropic thing. When you are giving also, slowly the ego can come up. Therefore Krishna says you have to surrender. You have to reduce your ego. What is the tool for that? Surrender. Very difficult to surrender. Because we think by surrendering, you lose all your capacities. Why should I surrender? I have my own speciality. I have. Wrong. By surrender, you are not going to reduce your capacities, it is going to increase your capacities. So Swami Vivekananda gave us the secret. What? Surrender is expansion. By surrendering, you are going to expand your capacities, whatever capacity you have. Your IQ, your memory, your creativity, your physical stamina, everything is going to increase by the process of surrender. All great people, the greatest who have reached great heights, they have learned to surrender. They surrender, and by surrendering, you are going to expand. Whom to surrender? Question comes. So, in Bhakti Yoga, you surrender to your Ishta Devata. Who is your Ishta Devata? You can choose. In earlier times, there used to be great teachers who could find out which is the right God which you have to surrender. They will check up these things and see you and say, okay, for you, the Saraswati is the best. For you, Hanuman is the best. And they get the corresponding mantra for that. And you have to do the mantra japa and others. But today we don't have such great personalities who can just look at you and test you and then give the thing. We don't have such instruments to find out which is the one that you have to get. So what is to be done? You choose yourself, your Ishta Devata, whom you want. How do you choose? Depending on what you want to achieve in life. You want to be very rich? Who is your Ishta Devata? Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi. You want to be very wise, intelligent, brilliant, creativity. Who is your Ishta Devata? Saraswati. You want to physically very strong. You want to go to the Olympics and get the gold medal. Whom should you think? Hanuman. You want to be an ideal human being? Sri Rama. You want to be an embodiment of love? Christ. You want to be a person who is giving and giving and giving? Muhammad. Choose any of our, depending on your religion and this thing. Choose your Ishta Devata. We have hundreds and thousands of gods and goddesses. You can choose anything that you like. This is called Ishta Devata. But some people say, no, I don't believe in gods and goddesses. I do not know where they exist. I don't believe in these things. Okay. Who is your role model? Your father, your mother, your wife, your husband, your professor, a great scientist, a big engineer, a great administrator, whomever is your role model. Choose them. Choose your role model. That's your Ishta Devata. So surrender to your Ishta Devata or surrender to your role model. And when you choose that role model, how to surrender? What is the process? Surrender is a process of resonance. You have to tune yourself. Just like you tune your radio. You tune your radio to BBC. All the information from BBC is come to you. You tune your TV to a particular channel. All that's being transmitted from that channel is going to come to you. So similarly, the process of surrender is a process of tuning. In the process of tuning, you are going to get all those things, qualities of your wonderful Ishtadevata or role model. So this has to be brought forth. So right from childhood, you should develop this for the children. Therefore, we started this journey of bringing the grandeur in our schools. Way back from 1978, in Arunachal Pradesh schools, the children were almost like cannibals, the lowest in their evolution. So every day we ask them to choose their Ishtadevata. Everybody choose their own Ishtadevata. So in the morning of the morning prayers, they will all sit and they will do this chanting. I had gone there once, 1983, and we had the whole school, all children, nearly 400 children. Morning, we started with morning prayer, Pratasmara, Mishruti Samsparat, all that thing, and Bhagavad Gita chanting was over. Then our teacher said, okay, let us all meditate now. Tune yourself to your Ishtadevata. Everybody sat continuously, 5 minutes over, 10 minutes over, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. They were all in wonderful, sitting like a statue. I was so very happy. Wonderful. This is what we wanted. Then I called one of the boys. Hey, you were sitting like a statue for 20 minutes. What were you doing? Sir, for me, my role model is Swami Vivekananda. As soon as I sit, whole statue of Swami Vivekananda comes in front of me. I remember all his grand qualities, and I don't know how the time passes. You say 20 minutes, it was like 1 minute. Another boy says, sir, maybe Hanuman. Another boy says, maybe Saraswati. Everybody had their own this thing. And they will all sit. For every one of you should choose your Ishtadevata today. Whatever you want to do. And how to do that? You sit there, go on repeating. Japa is the process of tuning. So, Ram. This was the Hanuman was doing. Continuously what he was doing? Ramanam Japa. And it's not only in the throat, loudly, or just in the mind. The whole body should reverberate. Rom mein Ram Naam ho raha tha, Hanuman ke liye. So like that, when you chant your japa, it should go throughout the body from toes to the head. Whole body should reverberate. This is called today in modern times as a resonance. So you chant and your vibration, your frequency of vibration should match with the natural frequency of the body. Your natural frequency of the body should be tuned to your Ishtadevata natural frequency. The whole body should do. Therefore, Krishna is telling in this thing, Mayeva mana adhatsva, Mayi buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayeva, atamurdham na samchayaha. So your mind should be completely tuned. By repeating. Mayi buddhim niveshaya, your entire intellect, your understanding should be there. Too much understanding. Hanuman was such a great Ashtasiddha, he had all the grand qualities. So you tune yourself with your buddhi. Understanding should be totally with your Ishtadevata. So for that you complete history, their qualities, their grandeur, which you like, which you are doing that. With the buddhi should be there. Buddhi muniveshaya. And the whole day, the whole life, nivasishyasi mayeva, completely must be merged with this thing. Hanuman, 24/7. All the time we were repeating, Ram, and the whole body was reverberating. This is the intensity that comes up. Therefore, what children should be taught. So 20 minutes they were all doing this thing. What the result? Fantastic result comes. They are all become very strong, full of energy, vitality, intellect, memory, everything blossoming like wonderful flowers. Once we are taking them for a hike, every year, 2 times we have to take them to the hike of a big mountain. It's all Himalayan range, very steep. And the children are very strong. They would love to go for the hike. I also went one day with them, 300 children. Morning they had prayer, Then afterward, they all had quick breakfast and carried some food to eat, and they all started moving up. It's a steep thing. It will take about 4 hours to reach the peak. And there is no road. They have to cut and make the road and go. They bring something like a macho and then start cutting and doing that. They were all very enthusiastic. All started going up and up. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, we were all going. And there was one boy, was only 7 years old. He came and told his teacher, Didi, I cannot go up. Today I had some loose motion. Therefore, I will sit here. I cannot go up. So you people go. When you come back, I will be here and then I will join you. Please allow me. I cannot move. Then they said, okay, come here, sit down. There's a small rock. He asked us to sit. And he caressed her. Okay. Then, dear, who is your Ishtadevata? Why don't you know? He pulled out. Hanuman. Hanuman is your Ishtadevata. Embodiment of all energy. Why do you worry now? So sit there, meditate on Hanuman. He will give you all the energy. Sit there and go on repeating. And 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, he jumps up, comes out and starts running up. Before other people reach, this fellow reaches the top. This is the power of Ishtadevata Dhyana. Therefore, every one of you should develop your Ishtadevata, and it will give you all the strength, energy, vitality, memory, intelligence, and in life you will never have any depression, any challenge. All challenges will go away. You have mastered emotions. And that is the speciality of this. Therefore, Krishna says, Mayeva Manadhatsva. People are completely mind absorbed in the Ishtadevata Dhyana by japa. Then Mai Buddhim Niveshaya. Full understanding of your Ishtadevata. Should know everything about this thing. And the grand qualities, the grand things that you want to imbibe in yourself. And the whole day, yoga is a way of life. You should be completely doing that from morning when you get up till you end in the night. Continuously doing continuously. This is the whole process of surrender. If you do that, then you start getting into the bhakti. Bhakti is featured by surrender. So from prema bhava you come to the bhakti bhava. That is the dimension which you have to do, which you have seen in this thing. See, the equation is recognition of Asuri Sampat and Daivi Sampat. Then develop the prema bhava by converting Asuri Sampat, that is the karma, by giving and giving to convert into prema bhava. By normal friendship to real friendship. From there you go to the next act. Bhakti is prema plus surrender. You should give surrender. That is the dimension of surrender is complete process of tuning. The Radhan is choosing your Ishtadevata. So all of you today please choose your Ishtadevata or role model, and that you should go on imbibing in your life. And your life will be embellished with all joy, energy, vitality. And you will never regret in life. You never get depressed, never get lost in your life. This is a great message to gain mastery over the emotions. With that, we'll close today's session. And in the next session, we'll take how from bhakti you go to the next level, the sakshatkara. That is it, Saguna sakshatkara. We will see in the next thing. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kacchit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti. You have some questions here. Parents say repeatedly to study, but kids won't similarly say. I myself say repeatedly to get up in the morning, but I am not able to. Why these are not becoming power thoughts and emotions when repeatedly said? You have to do that more repetitions, more repetitions, and use your will to say, yes, I am going to get up early and I am going to follow what the parents have said. Continuously, you have to do that thing and go on doing it. How long it takes? For some people, the willpower is very strong and their emotional things are very good and they immediately follow this thing. It may take in a few days, they start doing that. But some people a long time because their tamas and rajas are too much, so they are not able to do the emulsions. That's how they have to do that. We all experience positive emotions in the heart, anahata, negative emotions in the throat, chakra, logical thinking in the forehead or the agna. Can you explain what is the connection between these monomaya emotions, intellect and pranamaya kosha, chakra, and the nervousness, palpitations that we feel in the annamaya kosha? So when we note these emotions, then slowly you go to the higher dimensions. When you go to the subtle dimensions in the pranamaya kosha, in pranamaya kosha, Idan Pingala Nadi over there, then you have the Sushumna, the central Nadi. So in the central Nadi, normally the prana doesn't flow. But when you go to the higher heights of doing this bhakti, then slowly our normal prana gets converted into the subtle prana called as the Kundalini Shakti. And it starts with the Muladhara Chakra. Then it goes step by step to the different levels. Each level represents a particular level of our consciousness. So just like a Hadi, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. Similarly, in our higher things, we have different samadhis. 8 types of samadhis Patanjali talks. The first step is to have the dharana, dhyana, samadhi. From the samadhi, you go to the higher level. Similarly, in bhakti yoga, you are going to go for the sakara and then nirakara. That is realization that's going to come. So when we have different emotions, they are associated with different chakras. So as you rightly said, the different chakras talk about the different levels. Each chakra represents a different thing. You have the 8 chakras in which the Shat chakras, 6 chakras which are there, afterwards you go ultimately to ultimate reality, that's pure consciousness. So essentially when you are moving your prana shakti from lower to the higher chakras, you are going to the different koshas, pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, everything. At the body level, you start feeling the vibrations initially. And gradually it goes into the feeling of the different prana, prana, apana, samana, udana, vyana. And there you start going into the higher levels. Like that you start growing higher and higher dimensions. That itself is a big history we have to do that. How to measure effectiveness of a bhakti session, pre-post bhajan assessments. So there are process by which you can see. The first is whether you can have the dimensions of tamas, rajas and sattva. So how much of sattva is coming up? Then you have the Vedic personality inventory, you can know how your sattva is coming up in the whole encounter. Then the different emotions can be done by emotional questionnaires which are there. These questionnaires also will help. As far as our equipment is concerned, we have got our BioWell, which tells you as to where the emotions have brought imbalances at different levels, different organs and other things. And then you can take the heart rate variability and also the brain, EEG and other things, which also can help us to reach higher things. What is the recommended time duration for the bhajan session? Evenings are the best, and evenings before your dinner, you should do that. For what type of people bhajans is more effective than others, yoga practices. Those people who are emotional people, normally, they find this very, very essential and it's very necessary. Can we believe blindly Guru's words or do we have to experiment Guru's words also? As a student is always in low level, it is not easy to experiment Guru's words blindly. Believe is very easy. So when you have a proper Guru, when you test the particular thing, you start getting that result. But if the Guru is not proper, is not that elevated, then you choose your own way. So when you choose your own way of Ishtadevata, then you are going to develop. But if the Guru is right and he has given a particular mantra and particular Ishtadevata, when you start doing that, the effect comes better and better in the whole thing. So does surrender means blindly following? No? It is initially blind following, but you must also test whether it's happening or not. So tadvidhi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya. No? So you must do the pariprashna also. In the bhakti, you just follow your guru blindly. But in the path of jnana yoga, you have to question and question and question. In bhakti, what happens when you have the right guru, when you have the guru, you follow blindly, you start growing continuously. But if you don't have the proper guru, then you will not get. Therefore, to get the right guru is very important in bhakti yoga. Therefore, you have your own guru. That would be the ideal thing that can happen. That's all.
Last question.
What Krishna or Hanuman or Guru said, can you please elaborate what we have to do? Surrender means. That means when you have Hanuman, I was telling you about that boy. Hanuman continuously, he was doing the japa and sitting there and having the picture of Hanuman and go on repeating Hanuman, Hanuman, Om Namo Hanumate Namaha, Om Namo Hanumate Namaha, like that he was doing this thing, tuning himself to all the grand qualities of Hanuman. Tad japaha tadartha bhavanam. Normally, the japa, the repetition, also should be embellished with the meaning. That was Krishna is telling. Mayeva mana adhatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya. So you must see that the buddhi also start coming up, the dimension. So artha bhavana also should come. What is the meaning? What are the various qualities of Hanuman which are helping for the growth? So like that, this also has to be done. So with that, we close today's session. Thank you very much for your presence. We'll close with the Shanti Mantra. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kacchet dukkhamah bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all. So if you have some question, you also can write and give me. Next time when I start, I can address this question and then take it further. Thank you.
Thank you,
evening
Guruji.
we are going to have the yoga.
Thank you, Guruji.